Recently I picked up this 1995 two-door Tahoe for a very reasonable $300. That being said, time hasn't been very kind to this truck, and the fact that it belonged to a beach town independent contractor didn't help much either. The abundance of salt air and sunshine certainly put a unique patina on this truck, and its use as a home improvement workhorse certainly did a number on the interior as well. And at a certain point, weather seals or corrosion to the roof allowed water in, and the owner just started to leave the windows open, which, when combined with cigarette ash, sawdust, and other building materials, made things far messier. With all that being said, I think the main challenge for this truck will be trying to restore it within a reasonable budget and a reasonable time frame on a truck that's still pretty commonly seen on the road in decent condition even in the year 2020, roughly 20 years after the last one of these rolled off the assembly line. On the flip side, this is a two-door variant of the GMT 400 SUVs, which makes it far less common than the Suburbans and four-door Tahoes, making it a far more valuable resell to the right buyer. Since I grew up with both my parents driving Suburbans and Tahoes with this body style, I have a huge affinity for the GMT 400 trucks and SUVs, so I'm determined to try and save this one, even though it looks like its time may have come, especially with 301,000 original miles on the engine and body. So I'm definitely going to be keeping expenses to a minimum until I really know what's going on under all that upholstery. So, trash or hidden treasure? Let's start tearing into this truck and find out. With the truck transported back to La Plata where there is more room to take it apart, we'll start by removing any of the interior that's mounted to the floor so we can pull up the carpet and see what we're dealing with underneath. While it is possible to patch or replace floor pans, if I see any significant pitting or holes, I'm going to cash out on this project and conclude that I got a really good deal on a running parts truck, since the wheels and tires alone could pay for the rest of the truck, giving me the potential to net a decent profit on the remaining parts. With the center console and passenger seat removed, we can focus on the driver's seat and the rear bench, which are held in with much rustier hardware, so this could take a while. It appears as though the driver's seat is not going to come out without a fight, so we'll just have to bend this bracket back and forth until it breaks off. This new cab configuration reminds me of the occasional dream I have where I'm trapped in the back seat trying to drive the car. And having run out of proper tools for the job, as well as motivation, I decided to face my fears and try and drive from the back seat, as well as try and squeeze the truck back into the corner of the barn where it's usually parked without a seat to help me modulate the pedals properly. With the progress we've made so far, we can at least get some closure by peeling up the carpet that the front seats were holding down and discovering that while there is rust, it's mostly just severe surface rust, and that can be sanded down and treated. On a future visit to La Plata, while filming with Fuzzy Dice Projects, I managed to finish removing the seats and the rest of the front carpet between filming scenes on the other channels. I was, however, unsuccessful in removing the remaining carpet and the flap that hides the seat belts, and I even broke one of my star bits trying to get the bolts out, so those parts will have to come out another day. In the meantime though, we can start to give the carpet its long overdue bath, and to do that we're going to spray on this mold control product, which not only kills existing mold, but prevents future mold as well by leaving behind a microscopic crystalline structure which prevents future mold from taking root. After letting the mold removal product sit for a while, we can go ahead and pressure wash it back off, the idea being that the crystalline structure will attach to the carpet fibers, therefore blocking the mold from taking root again. Once the carpet's been thoroughly washed, we'll hang it up in a way that allows all of the water to drain off of it and allow it to dry. And almost immediately after cleaning, you can really see a visual improvement, but we'll really have to see how it looks after it dries, so we'll check back in another episode. In the next episode, we'll completely disassemble the seats and remove all of the upholstery so that it can be thoroughly cleaned. If you aren't subscribed yet and you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on this project, and we also have a few other projects in the works as well. What have you encountered or experienced while doing an interior restoration? Be sure to comment your story below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.